Cup cars have new arrows, so I could see them possibly be or likely to be turned. But like I said, that was the cleanest race that we had. Those ones, biggest difference though with the Cup cars, that you don't get the same closing rate that you get with the trucks or the Xfinity Series cars.
Side. Clear. .2,
that's not what I need. I need to be in the zeros come qualifying. Let me do one thing actually real quick. Hopefully I can get another lap in. But I do want to throw my brake bias back. Like it at 65. Get the thing rotated a little bit better. 3 to 4 using Xbox controllers, it could be. Or they could just be using a bad wheel. I mean, honestly, if you got a wheel that shakes or is not calibrated properly, it can be pretty bad. When I had the wrong settings on my G27, I had just horrible wheel shake, and the centering spring caused me a ton of issues. So, I don't know. This will be an interesting one. I'm in the 2 car. So, I might be able to pull a win off in this one. Hopefully I can. Let's see. Is BetBot going to connect? That's the big question. Maybe I need the URL for the channel in the INI file rather than the name of the channel. Thought it was connected.
Go like hell, brother. Go like hell.
Hey there, Vilmar. How's it going, man?
One more hard one. Come on.
It's a decent lap.
19.158.
It probably won't get pole, but we'll see. This won't, that's for sure. So far only full or qualified. What's up, Dominic? How's it going?
Chucker, right? That's 10-4. All right.
Welcome, guys. Starting off with a race at Stafford. I just laid down a 19.158. Not great, not terrible. So we'll see if that holds up for pole or not. Nope. Oh, great. I got Paul Kusheba to contend with in this one. That's always the way. I'm in here in the number 2 car, and Paul's in the number 1, laying down 18.8s. What's up, Robert? How's it going, man? Cool. So, yeah, Paul will give me a run for his money. That's crazy. So, if BetBot is running correctly, I suggest betting top 5 rather than win, because catching that guy is going to be something. And look at this. Lyon was throwing down 18s in practice as well, so I might not even be starting on the front row. I mean, 19.15 is not honestly that terrific of a lap here, as you guys can see, so it's decent, but in this field, I'm not surprised that I'm not sitting. You know, I'm not surprised that I didn't get pole at that. You know, it's almost a 10th off of my best time here. So there's Jacob Klump in the 5, 19.37. He'll start 6th from the looks of it. Still got 2 minutes left in qualifying. What's up, gas and meters, man? How's it going? 22:59, so that's 11 p.m. where you are. Good deal. Hit at 18.9 in practice. 18.7 is doable. Yeah, I just haven't been doing as much practice. I've basically just been using the races, so my race pace was pretty good, but I don't have that extra bit in qualifying. It's kind of always how it works. Yep, there's Harrison knocking me off of the front row. So we'll see. These guys are really good in qualifying. I know Paul's going to be really good in the race, but we'll see. There's Joshua Smith. He's got Chevy on the car. Black number 11. We'll start in 11th. And who is he just passing there? That was Brett Nichols in the 9, who has not logged a time yet. Only 4 who haven't put in a time. He was the one that I went by and almost hit out there. Good deal. There's Sterling Smith in the 18. Hopefully the lap cars are showing respect. We've got 18 car field, which is pretty decent size for this track. There's Harrison Lyon. He was the one who put an 18.9 in here. And that's 10th off of Paul's time at the 18.8. It's going to switch over to qualifying. May as well put the qualifying lap up on the screen. Yeah, same old, same old. Just going to try to, keep improving here at Stafford. Some of the better guys seems to be not doing it, so I'm in the number 2 car now. So I start third, going to try to go for a win. It's possible to win at this. This is a track that I've won at in the past and was actually my most recent win.
I think you're on the inside.
So
Pit road is closed.
It would be nice to get one. But it's going to be a lot of work too. I've had 2 pretty good races here. Hoping this one is nice and clean and get a good finish. Good luck, everyone. Nice time, Paul. That was a nice lap, Paul. And Harrison, actually. That was good. Okay, there we go. Bet bots are working, so that's good. And it looks like the overlay is working there. Leaderboard may or may not be, but leaderboard's the one that I changed, so that's good too. Cool. So I'm glad that that's actually going to work. So yeah, go ahead and there you go. Nicaraguan showing exactly how to lay down the bet. That's probably a smart bet. Good deal. So everyone else, if you want to get your bets in, I think you have until halfway in the race, but the values will change. So that's how the bet bot works. Just something a little bit more fun for you guys, I think. I know that I like the bet bot when other channels have it. Alright, we got about 20 seconds until we roll off grid here. Gonna get another drink of water before we settle in. It's really important to hydrate. Drink more water. I always notice that when I drink it, I'm really thirsty, which means that I should be drinking it more consistently throughout the day. Water's good for you. Fair enough, gas and meters. Let's just hope this thing's clean. Alright. So, get it back over to the relative. Starting third, which is a good starting spot. Right in contact with the leaders. Last race, I spent the whole race basically fighting to get up to third and then didn't have anything left to fight with the leaders with. So, hopefully in this one, I'm able to stay right with them, save some tires, and have something for a late race charge is probably the best play. I know I'm going to need to have tires at the end. But the first part is just gonna be I got to get a little bit of a gap. Thanks, Byram. How's it going, man? Welcome. Need a get a little bit of a gap on fourth place so that I don't have that pressure out back, and then I can start working on the front guys.
Buddy, let's get ready to roll here. Make sure your tires are cleaned off. Double check those belts. All right, man, do your thing. Be ready.
Yeah, Dominic, man, I'm sorry that happened to you. That was a raw deal yesterday.
Green flag.
Here we go. Boom. Third gear. Fourth gear.
Outside. Clear.
All right. Yeah, sorry I didn't do the replay coverage of that one that I usually do. Just had a really tight window to get to the next race. So here we go. Third place.
23.087.
Working on the 3 of Harrison Lyon and the 1 of Paul Kusheba. These guys are really good at this track, as they showed in qualifying. They definitely beat me there.
19.
I'm hoping to have better race pace and get them on the long run, because I don't have them short run at all. Trying to be a little easy on my tires.
19.428.
Running 19.4s. That probably needs to pick up the pace a little bit. They're just clipping the apron a little bit coming out of the corners.
19.
I was watching someone else's video, and that does help to turn a little bit. That's too much of a diamond there. Let it ride up too much. Looks like Harrison's going to put a challenge on Paul. Honestly, my best chances of win would be if these two were to take each other out. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that I can run them down and beat them on the long run in this race.
19.437.
Was able to gain a little bit there as they're starting to take non-optimal lines while they fight. Dominic, I think you have some experience with that. When someone's right on your bumper and you're mirror driving, it's really hard to lay down perfect laps.
19.59.
Harrison Lyon right now is filling Paul Kusheba's mirror. And I've actually got Ryan Hieronymus in right rear view mirror too. So we've got a 4-car breakaway, it looks like. A little bit of a gap from 4th to 5th.
19.538.
This is exactly what Paul wants right now, is for me to be right on the back of Harrison Lyon. If I get Harrison thinking about that, that might help him pull away.
19.703.
Paul's probably trying to save a little bit of tire right now. Very experienced short track racers. A racer and Paul. Assuming Harrison is too, but I haven't run with him as much. And he's actually only got a yellow bumper, so maybe not. But I know Paul's a salty old veteran when it comes to the short track stuff. I've raced with him a lot. I think that he actually is in one of my earliest videos from a couple years ago. So here we go.
19.967.
Right on the bumper of the 3. Nothing doing yet. I'm going to try to enter a little bit higher. Let the car roll so that I can get a better run off, but I can't leave the bottom open for the 4, for the 6 in 4th place. Taking a more defensive line this time and not getting a good run off the corner. We took a look, and that cost me because I'm not close enough right now to try to complete the pass on Paul if the 3's able to complete it right now. And he's not. Paul fought him off. I'm telling you, man, that guy's a salty veteran. He's very good at this short track stuff and hard to pass.
19.78.
I'll say that. He might just be a 20-year-old kid. But he can, he can be the same in iRacing, honestly. So So here we go. Still closed right up. Front three right together.
19.77.
Hopefully I'm able to stretch things out on Ryan and get him off my bumper as we continue to run. And that's also the other thing I didn't want to do is get the wall ever. Staying tucked up right behind these guys.
6-4.
No tap there. Just good close racing. Harrison's gonna try it again on Paul.
9.914.
Down on the flat that much is gonna hurt him for sure.
Still there at door. Still there. Still inside.
You trying outside would get me into trouble.
4, 3.
Put Ryan to my inside. Now I've got to fight him off.
Inside.
Get that better run off the corner.
Still inside. Even up. You're clear. Inside. Still inside. Still inside. 20.129. Still with you inside.
That's got him cleared. See, as long as you don't let him get all the way up beside you, there is a window where you can fight him off on the outside. But you got to be assertive and you got to drive really hard to make it work.
0, 6.
Very tough to do, but Paul was able to do it on Harrison, and I just did it to Ryan. And Harrison, I was diving in on the outside of him, so that's a little bit different circumstance. You're not going to pass someone on the outside, but
Still out there.
you can fight them off on the outside.
1. Outside clear.
So 20 laps in, I hope you guys are enjoying this. This has been a pretty good battle so far. Harrison down to the inside on Paul now.
939.
Very aggressive, and he's got him slipped. Paul gonna try the crossover move, not gonna work. And I wasn't able to get
Outside.
in front of him.
Clear,
Oop.
clear, outside. Door corner
Sorry,
clear.
Paul.
20.057. Good job, man. Keep it up. Hit the gas, boss man. Get after it.
Oh my goodness, he came back at me quick.
Leader, I'm going to run the high side.
Still inside.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't exactly get that one cleanly from you anyway.
20.362. Clear. Inside. Clear low.
That woke Paul up.
Outside, outside.
I tugged on
Gotta get through
Superman's
the
cape there,
10-4. Still outside.
and now he's up on the wall
Outside
big time.
19.94.
Still got a shot at this thing if I can get back by them. But that's a bit of a lead now that Harrison's got. Paul's going to run him down, I would imagine. Question is, can I catch both of them?
Nice and smooth here, fellas. A long ways to go.
That's the mission, nice and smooth.
19.764.
10th slower than Harrison that lap, and 2/10 slower than Paul. And I was spinning the tires coming off of that corner there. A little bit too much gas, a little bit too much wheel, lost 2/10 that lap.
19.914.
Let's see what happens when Paul catches back up to Harrison. I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be that easy. That he was probably saving stuff while we were right on his bumper. He's all over Harrison's bumper now. And making the pass. And making it look easy.
3, 1.
Alright.
20.0.
Can't let up yet. I gotta try to make it up.
20 laps to go.
Come on by, leaders.
Catching the 18
Gotta
now.
get rid of traffic, girl. 10-4, 19.934.
Just trying to stay in front of the 6 right now. If I can run these guys down, that'd be awesome, but doesn't seem likely. That's just too big of a gap, so
0.099.
got to make sure that I don't overdrive the car and just try to hold the 6 off in these closing laps. Ought to have that top 5 sealed up though for you, Nicaraguan.
20.021.
That is assuming that nothing silly happens with these lap cars while they're racing each other. They are racing for position.
Working the top.
But shouldn't give me too much trouble.
Clear. 20.144.
Got 9 cars in the wall again. I think he hit the wall last time we were lapping him. Yeah, he's 2 laps down. Poor guy's not having a good race.
Working the outside. You're outside if you want it.
Thanks for that, 18.
243.
I mean, I'm not surprised that the 18's getting into him after that there. Or I'm not sure what he's upset with the 18 for, but lap car's getting out of the way.
20.238.
Okay. Just doing everything I can to hold this spot right now. Got 13 laps left. I think my tires are just cooked compared to what Paul's got up front there.
19.982.
Turning 19.9s now. So tires have fallen off almost a full second from qualifying. Letting it roll up in the corners now. It's wanting to roll a lot more than it was before. Back up my braking point a little bit. Not too much. That was probably a little too slow in there. That let the 6 get right on my bumper. Alright. Got 11 laps left. Just trying to hold this guy off. Secure another 3rd place spot. Good finish. Helps the I rating, helps the safety rating. All good things. 20.0.
About 10 laps to go, I think.
He took a peek. Didn't quite work. I got to start getting better at this.
127.
Ezeckiel Reyes is 1.7 back. That's the 5th place car. And I think it's a long way back to 6th, so I don't think my top 5 is particularly in danger, although if I really get wrecked, anything could happen. I don't think Ryan's going to do that, though. The best way that I can ensure that is if I pull away from him, which is exactly what I'm trying to do right now. Just click off perfect laps.
006.
That one ran high. But, you know, I'm using up all the tires now. I've saved them for this point in the race. Got lap traffic to deal with again and a whole bunch of it. As the trailing car, Ryan's looking like at that is opportunity. 5-ish to go, 5 or 6 to go now. I'm going to catch that pack, which I would rather not. But there's no way that I'm not going to have to deal with these guys. Lap cars, please give room.
20.05, 5 to go.
Sometimes just giving them a little reminder like that helps things immensely. It's going to be the 8 car first. He should give me a fight at all down to the inside.
Clear high.
Next it's going to be the 12, and he's racing the 11-4 position. That's 10th place they're fighting over too.
The competition has been mighty cordial today. 20.19.
Just gotta hope that they're not side by side when I get to them, because that's really going to jam things up if they are. They're racing hard.
Going to be 2 laps to go.
That's the 9 car going a 3rd lap down.
You're coming.
Like I said, he's had a really tough race.
20.07.
I remember having races like that. It is just not fun.
Still outside.
Not helping his cause by pinching me down there. That almost made his race a far bit worse. Alright, white flag. That is music to my ears. If I don't have to battle with these guys, cool. Oh, never mind. 12 just gave it up.
Thank you.
Cutting it down into 3 last time.
Get ready, Paul.
And that's an easy 3rd place. Well, easy. Easy right now. Nice race, guys. Great win, Paul, man. That was impressive.
You did a really good job, man. You drove really, really well today.
All right.
John, that was a lot of fun. Good racing with you.
Prepared a great race car.
Yeah, man, real good racing with you. Appreciate you running clean. That was a good race. And over in just enough time to hit the trucks if I can get
Now
out
we need
in
to get
time
those
here.
fuel numbers, guys, so we can see where we're at there.
I don't know if I'm going to get the trucks or not. Let's see. Yeah, still not fast enough, but, you know, figuring things out each time. Got one more shot, at least at that track this week, but probably can do some more. Uh-oh, that's costly. Come on. See fixed. Tell me they're still open. No, okay. Alright, so I missed registration for C fixed. That means, unfortunately, that I think A fixed is the next race coming around. Take the Windows 10, always tell them it's crap. Yeah, fair enough. So, let's see, we got a little bit of a gap here. Man, that was a crazy race. John has so much of a beard that even at 720p it doesn't look like smellless. Thanks, Byram. Oval racers are old bearded men who have a subscription to bad beer. I drink good beer, thank you, but that's fair. Yeah, that was a crazy move to fight off there. 2 bets, so hope you guys both bet top 5. Big difference between the 2 front runners. Paul will lift on a defensive line to push Harrison back. Harrison, however, just pushes his own car as much as he can to stay ahead and hope to break away distance, save him first or second place finish. I think that was actually a fair assessment. It was pretty clear that Paul was saving things, especially when he got past, he got it all back right away. Yeah, I tried to catch up. I might turn a little bit too hard. I might be leaving a little bit too much wheel. But yeah, that was a fun race. Whew. So I missed the The reason for pitting after the race is you just get a little bit more safety rating. So actually, first thing I'm going to do since we got this gap, I'm going to go back. We should be able to have the replay of that last race. It'd be kind of cool to walk through that. So pull that up and talk through that one. Since we're in a bit of a lull here between races, and practice at Talladega is just incredibly boring. So we'll get a little bit of that in the A car. It's water. I was working in that race, man. I worked up a sweat. That was hard work. So here we go. I'm gonna fast forward. Let's see. Click through practice. Okay, here we go. Here's the race at the start. Started out clean, got up to third place, and got clear of the 6. I want to, let's see, I want to see if we can find where the 6 got inside of me, because that was pretty exciting. Here we go. So it's right here. I tried passing the 3 to the outside, and actually I'm going to take it back because the way that this was set up is the 3 finally gets a run off the corner on the 1 car. Harrison. And Paul's going to hold him off, but that messes up the 3's exit that I actually get a run to his outside. Cheap 70 deep clear white line there, yeah. And so I try passing the 3 on the outside. That actually gets me slowed up and gives the 6 an opening on the inside. And I think it was 2 laps that we were side by side here, which did not help me at all. That helped the 3 and the 1 get away, and I'm also using up my tires, running pretty hard on the outside here. But I know that, you know, track position matters so much here. Not giving him the spot right now is pretty important. Look how horrible those plastic shells look from up front. Yeah, well. So, there we go. Held off the 6, and then here's Harrison getting another run on Paul, and Paul is actually going to give up the lead here. Harrison gets a really good run through 3 and 4, just way up to the outside, and this is how you can make passes happen here. Dive down to the inside. He's got a huge run. Dives it in really deep. Paul doesn't fight it too hard and lets him by. Gets way down on the flat, which messes up his run down there a bit. Backs up the corner again. I look down to the inside, and I got into him a little bit.
Sorry, Paul.
And I apologized. I knew that I did not mean to hit him there. But look at this. Paul right down to the flat. It's just... Mark moves out, or Ryan moves out of the way. I let him go.
Leader, I'm going to run the high side.
I'm not going to fight that. I know that, you know, I bumped him on the pass attempt there, and so he's getting back through. Now Paul's going to dive it back in, and it does not take long. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6 laps, and he's back on Harrison, or on Harrison Lyon's bumper. and then it's a couple more corners and he was by him. Here again, I think this is the same move. He just rides a little bit higher through 3 and 4. Gets that exit right on the bumper. Gets down and right down low. There's nothing Harrison can do. And I think well, he didn't finish it off in one corner, but the next corner was done. So that was crazy. Really quick how he's able to catch him back down. Finished 8.8 off the leader, so that could have been better. I think that my tires were just crushed at the end of this thing.
Come on, Bailey.
Take a look through and see how everyone else was running. Here's the top 10. So you had Tyler Wesley here in 11th, Joshua Smith in 10th, Hayden Manning 9th, Joe Brown 8th. Rhett Nichols just had a terrible race. Knocked on the wall a couple times. I think he finished, what was it, 3 laps down? I don't want to emphasize this too much, but yeah, 4 laps down, wow. Paul Smith was running in 7th. There's the 8 running 14th, Mark Sanchez. John Hall was 6th. And Ezeckiel Reyes 5th, and that's where he finished. I don't think there was much change by the end of the race to a lot of that. Let's see. There was that little incident between the, was it the 9 and the 18, I think?
Side backstrap. 18.
Yeah, here we go. So the 18 goes by the 9. Then slides up and stops, and then lets people by, which is actually the right thing to do.
Thanks for that, 18.
So the 9's complaining about that. The 18 didn't do anything wrong there. 9 was unfortunately not handling being a lap car too well through that. He did okay though. But yeah, and then it was just. Let's see, I think the 6 had one more good shot at me coming up here. He got right close and definitely had me sweating for a bit there. I was working pretty hard on these last few laps. Here he makes a move. I make a little bit of a juke and keep him back there. I really want to get a win for you guys in this car, by the way. This is my 100 follower tribute scheme. So it's got all the names of the first 100 followers on Twitch on there. So thank you again, guys, for that. Ryan was so close to my rear bumper here that he was probably able to read some names that are on the back of that car. Let's see. There we go, the nose. There you go. So you can see there's Like a Blizzard. Oh, here we go. Getting some more down to the inside. Riley T56. I saw you. There's 420 Patriot 1770. Hey, Colson Bermudez. We were racing with him yesterday. So, you know, look at that. There's NASCAR Nerd 88. That's Alec. There's Bertowski there. Bratzaki, sorry. The old dog. Old dog, are you in here today? I think I saw you earlier. So, you know, you can go on Trading Paints, I think, and see the scheme and look for your name on the car. But yeah, that's a good look. And now you're going to see a look of it pulling away pretty soon here as I was actually able to get away from the 6 in the closing laps. But I thought that view was neat. Let's take a look for my gearbox here at the 6 as he's looking down to the inside. I love that they give you these shots. These shots look really good. Right down in there. That's just a great view. I'm going to get the cursor out of the way. He was trying. Here he is looking again. And he almost had something there. But again, you know, he was making me nervous on exit, or on entry, but I was able to work it on exits. You look, he's actually got this thing, he's had a little extra grill work. He's got the Dodge logo and the Charger right here, making it look like, you know, because Sterling Marlin, when he did this, was driving a Dodge Charger. So he's added a little bit to the headlamps as well. That's a pretty cool looking scheme. And this is where we were working by the lap traffic. Went in one more time. He was right on my bumper, but raced really clean, which I really appreciated that. That's good stuff. And yeah, I was able to pull away a little bit because I ended up beating him by about a second when it was all said and done. Yeah, I think that the 9 again was a part of this. He rides here, and he rode me really tight, if I remember, coming off of this corner. That wasn't good, and that also checked up and slowed up the 6. So, like I said, the 9's got a little bit to learn. You know, when you're that far down, get out of the way. Do not hold up like guys that are on the lead lap, especially when we're in a battle like that. You got to keep the relative up so that you can see when lead lap cars are coming on you. And, you know, just make room for them.
Get very far.
So, yeah. There we go. So that was the summary of that one. Glad we got to do that. And